data. So charts are not only the thing that we need, we also need a good communication. We need context. We can't only depend on charts. So data story, it combines the charts with the data and the right words to guide your listener and to give them a good insight which they can use to make decisions. So data storytelling builds narrative around the whole data finding such that a non-technical person can understand and act on them. So when doing data story, you need to structure data story according to this, your context. What question are you answering? You remember when we were going to talk about visualization, we talked about you asking the right question from the stakeholder. What do they really want to answer? So from there, you have your finding. What does the data show? Then you represent it in a visual, and they were able to bring out an insight for business decision making. You can also go ahead by giving recommendation based on what you find out. Uh, so build us. Let's tell a story on one chart. Look at what we've been working on for a while now. Look at this chart. You can see that a good context based on the business side is a peak period here. This is a good place to focus on and for the business owner to check what exactly is happening. Why do we have a peak period here? Can we emulate what we did here every now and then so that we can improve the total sales around this period so that we can get up to this period every now and then? So the question is, what drove the peak? Was it a specific product or city? So from here now, you can start diving deep into this environment, this area, and start checking what make us have a lot of sales. What made us have a lot of sales within this environment? So that is a business-driven data story uh, chart, this data storytelling. For your practice, you have tell a story, pick one finding from module 3, e.g. the top revenue product, the city with highest rise, and build a single clean chart that communicates it. So you can answer this question and put it there. So let's wrap it up here as we have reached the end of the course. I believe that you have learned a lot, and I also have learned a lot. I've encountered a lot of uh, issue here and there which we were able to solve. But I think we are missing something. There's something we need to talk about, which is histogram. Let's quickly talk about that before we wrap it up. I have a quote somewhere here. Let's just histogram. Let's say histogram here. So let's say, so histogram typically just have we have X alone. So histogram deals with only a single array like numbers, which is we want to just look at our total sales and we want to put the color as medium green. So we have all other specific attributes here that we can always manipulate. So histogram is very important. So that's why I needed to look into it before we go. This is a very important chart that you constantly use during the course of your analysis. If you want to increase the number of bars, you say beans. So according to what we have here, we have beans, right? Beans is you put an integer. So when you say beans, yeah, what we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You want to change it to 30. You see, you have a 30 bean here. So this is much more descriptive. It's describing what is happening a little much more better. And we have our mean to be skew, right skew is tending towards the right side, which is the It is a right skewed distribution. Um, all right. That's all I have for you. We'll see you in the next class. Thank you so much. The next class is going to be another module entirely, and we are going to start having to go into machine learning, that is supervised learning. Thank you so much for your time, and see you next time. Stay coding.